Okay. All right, guys, we're back, and we're continuing question 2, which we were answering what kind of music we like. Continuing mine, I like some rap. I like very little country. I love classic rock. I love rock and roll. I like some techno. I also I've gotten really hooked on jazz.
Jazz is always good.
Jazz is, like Zane said,
I really think that's an
always
unwritten,
good.
just good in the world.
What about you like Coltrane?
I don't think I've heard anything from him, but I
think I've heard a few
Well,
things.
I heard him on Family Guy, and I was just getting into jazz, and I'm like, I'll give him a try. And Brian hit it right on the head. When he got clean, he just kind of lost his thing.
Makes sense.
But Coltrane, excellent. If you've never heard early Coltrane, treat yourself to
I need
YouTube.
to go YouTube that.
Yeah, just type in early Coltrane and just listen. I mean, this guy, he could play the saxophone like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah.
So
Louis Armstrong's good
Have you ever heard
too,
of a
but
band named Congos? Spelled with a K?
oh yes,
Yeah.
I've heard of them. Very
I just recently found out about them, and I really like how they use like accordion and just instruments that normally aren't in a
accordion.
band.
You never really thought it would be. They'd have a place in jazz music.
Yeah, it's a silly thing, but
No,
then it put it
Congos
in there.
is alternative.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, Congos is alternative.
That's right.
But yeah, it's just weird, like accordion and alternative
Medieval
music.
techno. I've heard that actually.
It's actually pretty good. Look up Dragon Force.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
Dragon Force,
I love Dragon Force. I was introduced to Dragon Force through Guitar Hero, though.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, everybody had Through the Fire and the Flames. I like Operation Ground and Pound.
I'd like that too.
Yeah.
Well, the music will kind of continue into question 3 because the next question was, who's your favorite music artist?
Oh, God.
Now, that's kind of what I was saying before. Sometimes you'll have your favorite songs. You won't necessarily have the favorite bands and artists.
Well,
genres.
I already said Usher, but some other bands I like.
Yeah.
I've always been an Ozzy Osbourne fan. Yes, even before when he bit the head off the bat, okay? And I do believe him that he didn't know that it was real, okay? I mean, do you really think someone in their right mind would bite into a live bat? And if you ever go watch that video, watch his reaction. It's obvious he did not know that it was a bat. I also really like Metallica. I know if you're not into that loud kind of stuff, you won't like it. But I've always been a Metallica fan. I'm also really starting to really like LMFAO.
They're good.
Yeah, you've never heard LMFAO?
Oh my God!
You can try and hate them, but they start getting in your head. They do.
The music behind that is LMFAO.
Whoa, that's cool music, damn it.
Have you ever? I'm trying to think.
That's a party rock band.
Have you ever seen the third Chipmunks movie?
Oh, do they do that in there too?
Yeah, the Chipettes, that song they dance to. That's a
halfway through it.
okay. Well, look up some LMFAO. You'd like it.
Yeah.
Write it down.
The band that got me into alternative was 3 Days Grace.
Oh, I love 3 Days Grace.
Paramore.
Yes. What about God, what's their name? What about Shinedown?
Love them.
Yes.
They're good.
Love Shinedown.
They're good.
Shinedown is another amazing alternative.
I also like.
I can't remember. I think it's
Disco.
called Wish. I really like their song Wish. It's like Wish on a Star or something like that.
Maybe.
I think so.
I think my favorite 3 Days Grace song is probably Break.
Yes.
I love Break.
I love that, but my new favorite is Broken Glass.
Broken Glass is good too.
Yeah.
There's, they were trying to get them to come to Rocklahoma, but they just couldn't make it.
I like Panic at the Disco as well.
They're really good.
I love them for their titles.
I know they're so random.
So random and long. Lying is the most fun a girl can have without taking off her pants. I think is one of them actually.
Yeah.
In total.
The only difference between martyrdom and suicide is press coverage.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of. I mean, I know.
All right, Sin's Not Tragedy.
That
Green Gentleman.
I like I Write Sin's Not Tragedy.
Me too.
That's a pretty good
Yeah.
one.
Piano Knows Something I Don't Know has like the first line describes me and my hair.
Oh wow. Well, that'd be you and Zane's hair.
Yeah, me and Zane's hair.
Weird.
Yeah.
It's like I won't cut my hair or shave my beard or something like that.
Any other good artists out there? I love classical, like when you said earlier.
Right, yeah. Like I love those. Like one of my favorite like old songs that's like really cliche is "Ode to Joy."
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean that
I
kind
I
of
actually
that.
know how to
that's just-
play My Heart Will
and
Go
also-
On.
Really?
Yeah, the piano part.
Also,
like 3/4 of the way.
now you are getting into Helsing, like you mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
You have you been watching the Ovas yet?
Yes, I have.
We're talking about music right now. So,
band.
you know, there's the end credit song to the first OVA and stuff. It's called Gratis Vita. If you want that song, it is on YouTube, and I actually have downloaded it. And it's fantastic. That's perfect music to like if you're just doing stuff during the day, like you're trying to pick up stuff like.
What was it?
It's like
Oh,
Gratis
Joy.
Vita. No, Gratis.
Gratis Vita.
I can't remember the guy who did it, but have you ever heard the piano song when Vegeta transforms into Super Saiyan?
So
probably.
That I love that guy. I can't remember his name off the top of my head.
you look him up though.
Can we
because-
just talk about Billy Joel?
Oh, it's Billy Joel's amazing.
All right, and then question 4. It's another music. What's your favorite
Yeah.
song?
Right.
So I mean, I
well-
think we've covered all this, but just for argument's sake,
Well, first off, I'll say my favorite band because I didn't. It was
Oh.
Weird Al would be like overall because one, I had the hair perfect for him. I used to split it down the middle. Yeah,
yeah.
not completely, but
Yeah.
Just about.
Show them
If you
some nice
if you were a
hits.
girl, you know,
I could
we
get
could be
off
selling
the
this
internet.
to pay-per-view.
Yeah, we could do that too. And but yeah, my favorite '50s band, I'd probably say the Platters. They're just amazing. They have a lot of
Oh
good hits.
God.
Yeah.
My favorite
song, '50s, would probably be Twilight Time.
Okay, if you said Bird, I was.
No.
If you said,
then there's Only You, and then Smoke Gets in Your Eyes, and all that
Yeah.
kind of stuff. There's so many.
My favorite Paramore song is what was it? Break by Boring Drake.
That is a good song.
Have you seen the music video for it?
Yes, I have.
They bury a little girl.
I know.
Oh my
It's
God.
horrible.
Something
Grim.
I've always wanted to see is. I'm assuming you guys have all heard of Green Day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have you seen?
love
Have you
Green
heard? Have you heard of the Broadway they did for American Idiot?
No.
I want to see that Broadway show. They have a Broadway show called American Idiot.
Lordy.
We can probably.
I've seen bits of it on YouTube, but the whole thing isn't there because Green Day will not allow it to be.
I understand.
Oh, that
You know, and I
sucks.
don't blame them because this. I mean,
Yeah.
I think that I've seen bits of it and it looks just amazing because, and I like Green Day songs because if you listen to the lyrics, especially in American Idiot, they're basically in the most polite way possible telling the government "fuck you."
Yeah.
Because they're I heard that they were invited to perform in front of the president at one of his parties. And
Are you shitting me?
no, it's what I've heard. I'm not saying if it's 100% true, but it's what I heard. It was a rumor. You know how rumors are, but
Yeah.
and I heard that they turned it down for fear of insulting
Yeah, I was
someone.
about to say.
And at least they're polite about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's like,
You know.
no, trust me, you might want to rethink. Go get Shine Down. Just don't worry about us.
Yeah, go get Shinedown,
go get Shinedown.
or Sting.
Or Sting.
And
Yeah.
I've listened to some Sting music. Seth MacFarlane's right. You can only understand about the last 4 words of every
Right.
sentence he says.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-da.
Starting off a brand new day.
Starting up a brand new day. Sorry, Sting.
Yeah. Let's get into some other questions here. So, question 5, it's a Dragon Ball Z question. I didn't even finish reading it.
Oh, yeah, also
your-
my favorite song is Shine by
Oh.
Mr. Big, which is the end credit song for
Yes,
Helsing.
yeah, which is-
yeah.
My favorite song is actually The Cave.
I've also
by
started to
Matt
follow. I've
Bernstein.
also
Just
start.
the music.
I also kind of like, since this is originally a Vanguard discussion.
Well, yeah.
Daigo. I really like his music.
Is he got good music?
Yeah, he
Okay.
writes all the openings for Vanguard.
Oh.
All of
okay.
them.
Okay, that explains a lot.
Yeah, I mean, and
I don't mind him having cameo appearances anymore.
Yeah.
I don't.
Makes sense.
It's always awesome.
I'm still pissed that when the trial deck that he got released in Japan, which was called Daigo's Trial Deck, it was released as the Mega
Right.
Trial Deck because he wouldn't sell his name to America, which really pissed me off.
That's annoying.
I mean, we like him just as much.
Yeah. Now, I'll admit, though, the first time I saw him, like, in the show, I didn't realize who he was. I just saw him, like, oh, hey, look, it's Daigo! And I'm like, okay. And then he, like, teleports to that island, and then you never see him again until season 3.
I
It's
don't know,
like,
how did he get off that island?
they never explained it. They never, well,
Hey, did he have a ball and call it Wilson?
sorry, Wilson.
Speaking of Wilson, my English teacher has a plant called Wilton.
Really?
Okay.
I don't know why.
Kind of cute, I guess.
Oh well. But anyway, guys, question 5. Let's get out of the music discussion.
Yeah, we're good.
What is your favorite Dragon Ball Z character, or who is?
Now, I'm going to ask you this ahead of time. Is there going to be a favorite villain from Dragon Ball Z?
No.
Okay. Then I would say Frieza.
I like Frieza.
I do too.
Yeah, Frieza's
Well,
great.
I like Frieza because I also love the abridged version of him. I'm gonna hit your glue box. I'm gonna hit your other glue box. You're really not. You really don't know our anatomy, do you? It doesn't matter. I'll hit your glue box eventually.
Just the same or normal?
That's the abridged, but I liked
Any
Frieza.
season, I'm sure.
I liked Frieza because he was easy to hate.
Yes, he was.
You know what I mean? Cell was kind of hard because he was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Frieza, I mean, he was easy to hate once you found out what he did to Vegeta, what he did to all the Namekians. I mean, he was a bastard.
Yes, he was. Very cool man.
And you know what? Cell can be mad at Frieza because if it wasn't been for Frieza, Goku wouldn't have turned Super Saiyan. Because now, do you remember why Goku became Super
Didn't
Saiyan?
he kill Krillin?
Yeah, he killed Krillin for fun.
Yeah.
He just blew him up. And then after he transformed, he told his son to get out of there before he lost the last bit of human decency he had.
Yeah.
Because that was before Goku knew how to control it. Because
Right, he just had Kaioken before.
well, yeah,
if
because you
anything.
got to remember the original Super Saiyans couldn't control, and they would
Right.
kill anybody that got in their way. So it's a good thing Gohan got out of there.
Yeah.
But my favorite DBZ character, I like Vegeta.
Vegeta's awesome.
Vegeta is awesome.
He's also my favorite anti-hero of all time, or at least up there. I think last week I said Spawn, but Vegeta's tied up there.
Yeah. If you would have thought of that at the moment, you would have
Because
said
Vegeta, he starts out as this guy
that you
who,
have to hate.
but you got to remember, Frieza made him that way.
Yeah.
Because Vegeta thought for the longest time, there was that Frieza was not responsible for the death of his whole planet, that someone else was. And when Vegeta found that out, you felt sorry for him. It's like, wow, all 18 years of my life has been a lie.
Right.
I also like Vegeta a lot because I think in a way we can all identify to him, because the reason Vegeta is so hard is because he doesn't want to show his
Feelings.
He really has feelings.
Yeah.
I mean, he never. You remember?
I mean, obviously, we fell in love with Bulma and stuff eventually.
I'm sorry, that was hilarious.
Yeah.
I mean, he broke Master Roshi's heart. It's like,
I gotta say though, rewatching some of those old Dragon Ball episodes, she was just dirty. She was just dirty.
yeah, it's like, hey, little boy, give me your Dragon Ball, and you can look at my ass.
Just
I watched the original series.
she ratchet.
Yeah. Did you remember the part where Goku lays on her, and then he turns over and smacks
Pats
her
her.
lady area?
Yeah.
Bulma, your balls, they're gone.
This is nasty. I remember seeing a clip of her, like, she just has her tits and she goes, boing, boing, boing. That's it.
I'm honestly shocked that some of those could air in the U.S.
Well, then they've always shown, like, little boy penis all the time and stuff.
Yeah, with Goku, and it's like that big.
Yeah.
What about you, Glenn, and who's your favorite?
Personally, I like Gohan.
I love Gohan, too. Now,
And
very nice.
Gotenks. Or is that the name?
Gotenks. It's when Trunks and Goten fuses. Now,
Now,
see, I like Goten, but I don't like Goten when he gets older. I thought he was perfect as a kid. When he got too old, he never cared about fighting. All he cared about was chasing every girl he could see.
Yeah.
Yep, that's true.
And then Trunks, he went from a badass to a pushover.
Yeah.
A very big pushover. Watch GT for information about that.
Yeah, but okay, but see, I love Dragon Ball Z. I'm rewatching the whole series right now, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Can I go
I need to do that.
Oh, who's your favorite character?
Mine's actually might surprise you.
Who?
Videl?
The original Piccolo.
The original Piccolo?
Yes.
I've seen the original series.
The
only
really
original.
old Piccolo.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Back in the day.
Before we go to the next part, did you guys see that real live action DBZ movie?
I didn't, and I think the cancer in my brain is fine now.
I got up and left the movie theater.
That's what I'm
I
thinking.
didn't watch it.
Just terrible, right?
Piccolo wasn't even green. He was a bluish green, but it was more blue than green. Anyway, guys, we'll continue talking about our questions in the next part, so be sure to check it out.